gluteus maximus. Okay, this muscle I'm holding to the right hand gluteus maximus, and read its not supply its action and what is clinical important. There is intramuscular injection asked many times. Then over here, when you get the thigh part, always see three things first. Okay, sartorius, gracilis, and semi-tendinosus. Okay. So just like this and this one. Okay. So these three things you find. So this muscle in front is sartorius. Okay. This is in the middle. That should be. This is the great saphenous vein. Okay. So then there should be this. So see, this is the sartorius. This torn muscle in the middle is gracilis. Okay, and this one is semitendinosus. That is resting upon the semimembranosus. Okay. So once you get hold of this, then everything is easy. So the first window over is either front of thigh hole or femoral triangle. So in the femoral triangle, you know, the lateral border is by the medial border of sartorius, medial border by medial margin of the longus. At the base there is inguinal ligament, apex formed by fusion of medial lateral borders. In the floor there is first adductor longus, then pectineus, then iliopsoas. Okay. Then what are the contents? See over here what you can get. See this for sure. This is definitely a nerve. Okay. You can't confuse with anything else. But here are two things which are confusing. See, this is one. Okay. And the other one is this. So here the relationship is maintained from medial to lateral, first femoral vein, then femoral artery, femoral nerve. But if it is a bit distorted, this relation, then touch. Thick wall is artery, thin wall is vein. Okay. So femoral artery can be tied, they can ask it branches. Femoral nerve can be tied, but they can ask you root value or branches from the trunk, anterior division, posterior division. Remember like that. Okay. Then here, this muscle over here will be your quadriceps femoris. So this is rectus femoris, very commonly tied. Then towards the medial side, vastus medialis, lateral side, vastus lateralis. In the middle, deep to the rectus femoris, vastus anterior. Any of the four components can be tied, but rectus femoris is most commonly tied. Okay. And remember, rectus femoris is the kicking muscle, or footballer's muscle. Okay. Because you need this in football, flexion of knee and extension of knee. That is done by the rectus femoris. Okay. Then see, this thing is commonly tied, iliotibial tract. Okay. Iliotibial tract. On the lateral side, they ask usually two questions: attachment, that is the name, ilium tibial. Okay. Then what are the function? First, it stabilizes the knee during the movement and it gives attachment to, as you can see, two muscles. This is your tensor fascia lata in front and behind gluteus maximus. Okay. Or sometimes if they tie the structure, they ask near the two muscles attached to it. Tensor fascia lata and gluteus maximus. Okay. Then on the medial side, what you get? See, the longus brevis magnus. So over here, see, three muscles are here clearly. Okay. This muscle is a bit longus. This muscle is very short, brevis, and the larger one is magnus. Okay. And in addition to that, here you get the gracilis. The other muscle obturator externus cannot be shown clearly here in this compartment. Okay. Now medial side of the thigh can be a full window. And here the nerve is obturator nerve, mark that. Okay. And see, this is the great saphenous vein, drains into femoral. If the great saphenous vein is tried, they usually ask it arises where? Arises on the dorsal venous arch and dorsal from the medial end. From the lateral end starts short saphenous. But remember, also asking objective question, the great saphenous vein will drain into femoral vein, but the short saphenous vein will drain popliteal vein. Okay. And the great saphenous vein is accompanied by the saphenous nerve, but the short saphenous vein is accompanied by caudal nerve. These three things are always asked in objective question. Okay. Then the back of the thigh muscles, really easy, name them. Semimembranosus, semitendinosus, biceps femoris, and adductor magnus. See, three of them are towards the medial side, only one is towards lateral side. So see, this muscle that I am holding is biceps. Okay. So see, this muscle over here will be the biceps. Okay. So see, actually this is somehow detached. This segment we need to know. See, due to detachment of the muscles, this is the wrong thing that we studied. See what is actually here. how I know I have committed a mistake at C? This is the biceps femoris. Acha. So actually see, this is the long head, okay, and this is the short head, okay. Now see, along with long head there is another muscle attached, the semitendinosus. Long head of biceps and the semitendinosus have got a common origin, that is lucky to be preserved here. And here if you match with this, then this becomes semitendinosus. This becomes semitendinosus. So, okay, forget this. This becomes sartorius and this becomes gracilis. Okay, so this tone muscle is semitendinosus. Okay. And deep to that is semimembranosus. See, this is called semitendinosus because you had the book side, half is tendon, and this semimembranosus because upper part is thin like membrane. Okay. Then this is artery magnus, we know from our earlier study, and the only muscle on lateral side biceps femoris. Okay. And see, this is sciatic nerve, very commonly tied. Here, what has happened? There is high division of sciatic nerve. But actually, the sciatic nerve is hold like this, and just at the upper angle of popliteal fossa, it forms the tibial nerve and common peroneal. But here you can find this is the sciatic nerve. But what will give in the exam? This will be single, that will be sciatic nerve. Then the branch in the middle will be tibial nerve, and the branch going to the common peroneal nerve. That gives us posterior peroneal nerve and deep peroneal nerve. Okay. Now, when they can either tie the sciatic nerve or the common peroneal nerve, tibial nerve, and either root value. Okay. So root value of sciatic nerve is L45 is 1 to 3. Same tibial nerve, common peroneal 1 root value less. That is your L45 is 1. Okay. Then say sometimes ask like this name 2 muscles or 4 muscles of the tibial nerve. So for that you have to go to the back of the leg, you can tell the muscles there, or you can, when you see the hamstring muscle, they are not supply sciatic nerve in books, but the tibial division supply the hamstring muscle. So that you can write. But some books take care, some examiners take an offense here. They tell sciatic nerve supplies hamstring. So if you write here tibial nerve supplies which muscle, they say you go for the muscles of the leg instead of the hamstrings. Some of the teachers they are like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then this back of the thigh can be a full window. Then this thing over here will be your popliteal fossa. So this is supromedial. What is the boundary? They ask the boundary and content. Okay. So this is semifemoral. Superlateral biceps femoris. Inferior-medially, that is your superior gastrocnemius, and inferior-laterally, there is this thing. See, this thing is your lateral gastrocnemius, and see this muscle. This muscle. See this muscle. This one. This one. See. This one is your plantaris, having a short muscular belly followed by a long tendon, long slender tendon. Okay. So then contents are easy: popliteal artery, popliteal vein, tibial nerve, common peroneal nerve. So tibial nerve you can see here in the middle, and this is common peroneal. Now about the artery and vein, sometimes see it is not dissected properly. So why the problem arises? If you in an undissected body, the popliteal artery and popliteal vein are in the common set. So usually in dissection they separated two. Then you either tell deepest structure is artery, superficial structure is vein, or palpate. Thick wall artery, thin wall vein. But sometimes you will find a common cylinder here. Okay, so there you will be searching hell and heaven for the two vessels, artery and vein, but they won't be there. Okay, they will just single. You find a common. Trunk. Then back of leg. So the muscles are this gastrocnemius. You know the medial and lateral leg. This muscle is soleus. So if this muscle is soleus, at its upper margin you get the soleal line. Above that the muscle is popliteal. See, it is so clear here. This muscle is soleus. This is the soleal line. Above that this muscle is popliteal. See over here. See, take out a book there. You take that to a table again. So see, this muscle is soleus. Okay. At its upper end this oblique line is soleal line, and above the soleal line this muscle is popliteal. So once you get hold of soleal line, above that popliteal, below that soleus. Okay. Now this can be sometimes tied. This is your tendon, and usually books differ here. Some books said it is formed by fusion two heads of gastrocnemius and soleus. Some books also add the plantaris. So first in the Viva answer gastrocnemius two heads and soleus. If they ask any further source, then go for plantaris. And if you are writing the answer in the 2 marks, then write 4. Or the side question spotting, write all the muscles. Gastrocnemius two heads, soleus and plantaris. There you have got only one chance. Okay. Then you know that for the structures. So see, this thing can be tied. This is the flexor retinaculum of leg. Okay, this thing over here. Beneath you put the forceps. These transverse fibers. That is flexor retinaculum leg. They ask, it is attached to what? At the side question. See, it is between the heel bone or calcaneus and medial malleolus. The attachment. Then you know they ask write any 2 to 4 structure passing beneath it. The mnemonic is, my mnemonic is, and see, yes, the doctors are the hunters. So here see, it's a posterior compartment of thigh, flexor compartment. Sorry, leg, posterior compartment, leg and the back of the leg, posterior compartment, flexor compartment. So everything here is either posterior or flexor. Okay. So the doctors are under T for tibialis posterior, then D for flexor distal longus. Then artery here is R not artery is posterior tibial artery, nervus tibial nerve, and hunters, flexor hallucis longus. So to identify these structures, you would need to go to medial malleolus and then go laterally. So see that immediately behind the medial malleolus, what you get, see, this is the structure over here, immediately behind medial malleolus. Okay. So this is your tibialis posterior. Okay. The next thing that you get over here is flexor distal longus. Okay. Then what you get here, see, this is the artery. Sorry, sir. Over here, what you get, this thing is your nerve. So artery should be somewhere here. Actually, no, let me see. Yes, this is the artery because you can find the two veiny commitments. But how it is? Yes, this is the artery. Oh. So see, this is the posterior tibial artery. Okay, where you can find two veins accompanying it. That is why you can find dark structure on both the sides. This is veiny commitments, veins accompanying artery. Okay, and then this is your tibial nerve, and this deep structure is flexor hallucis longus. Okay. So see, this is immediately behind the medial malleolus, tibialis posterior. Then this is flexor distal longus. Then this is the posterior, this one, posterior tibial artery with the veiny commitments, and this is the tibial nerve. Okay, and this is flexor hallucis longus. Then in the lateral compartment, you get only two muscles. Superficial one is peroneus longus, deep one is peroneus brevis. But this is a full window. So here, don't make mistake. So next, the anterior compartment. So this is the extensor retinaculum. Okay, and here of the leg. Okay, so here what you get. How to identify the structures under it? Tell the mnemonic, the Himalayas and the triplexes. So again, go to medial malleolus. Just in front of it, D, tibialis anterior. See, this is the anterior compartment of the leg, extensor compartment. So everything here is either extensor or anterior. Okay. So the first thing, just lateral to medial malleolus is tibialis anterior. Then the Himalayas extensor hallucis. See, this one is clearly going towards red toe. Red toe is hallux. Okay. Then the Himalayas are not. Okay. So here you can find the artery and nerve. See, this thicker structure is the artery. But which artery? This is anterotibial artery. Then see, this thin structure is the nerve. That is your deep peroneal nerve. Okay. Then are not dry places. Then this one is extensor digital longus. So you can find multiple slips for the toes, 4 toes. So digitorum. Okay. Then finally this thing over here, let me isolate it. This is the places, peroneal structures. This is the peroneal structures. Okay. So this much you need to see. Again, this can be a window also. They see, this is your tibialis anterior. Okay. See, this tendon is going towards hallux. This is external hallucis longus. Okay. Then this, the Himalayas are not. Okay. So this is the artery, anterotibial artery. This cord-like structure, deep peroneal nerve. Then this digitorum longus, extensor longus, and this one over here is peroneal structures. Okay. Got it? These are, that is on lateral side, lateral compartment. Superficial muscle peroneus longus, deep muscle is peroneus brevis. Got it? शोल्डर में अगर कुछ डॉर्सम पूछते नहीं है तो विंडो इज आइदर फ्रंट ऑफ थाई और फीमोरल ट्रायंगल, बैक ऑफ थाई, मिडिल साइड ऑफ थाई, पॉप्यूटल फोसा, फ्रंट ऑफ लेग, बैक ऑफ लेग, lateral compartment of leg at the window. See, pass to go to medial side. Okay. There you can find these 3 muscles. See, these 3. See, these are totally different. Okay. On the medial side, this muscle over here, this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So see, this one is a bit longer, so longus. This one is shorter, so brevis. This one larger, so maximus. And then obviously gracilis is regarded a component here. This is sartorius, this is gracilis, and that confusion. Okay. That semitendinosus. How you get it? See, this is the biceps femoris long head, so from that arises semitendinosus also. Now attach that with the quad tendon. वो कहाँ चला गया? इधर तो ये हो गया semitendinosus. अगर ये वहाँ नहीं होता तो पूरा कन्फ्यूजन था क्या क्या चीज़ क्या है. ठीक है. क्योंकि long head of biceps and semitones have got a common origin, and luckily it's preserved here. We can tell now, like this. Okay. And some people, they may ask here, this is head of femur, what is this ligament? That is ligamentum teres femoris. But there we saw ligamentum teres hepatis. This is ligamentum teres femoris. Okay.